Good evening, everyone. Today is Budget Day. Here are some 2019 budget highlights for Scarborough Agincourt. For first-time home buyers with a household income of $120,000 or less, they will receive a 10% shared equity mortgage for a newly constructed home or 5% shared equity mortgage for an existing home. First-time home buyers can withdraw up to $35,000 from their RRSP. For the new Canada Training Benefit for workers aged 25 to 64 years old, there is first a training credit of $250 a year up to a lifetime of $5,000. Secondly, an EI training support benefit, and thirdly, a leave provision. For autism, $12 million over 3 years for the Ready, Willing, and Able program for jobs. There is a lot in the budget for students. The Canada student loans will have lower interest rates and a new interest-free grace period. More importantly, no student has to repay the loans until they are earning at least $25,000 a year. For young entrepreneurs, $38 million for mentorship, learning resources, and startup financing. For co-op programs in fields outside of STEM, like the arts, humanities, and social sciences, there will be 20,000 new work placements for post-secondary students. For the environment, a new home retrofit program will help Canadians lower their electricity bills and energy bills. For example, replacing furnaces and replacing it with renewable energy technologies like solar panels and geothermals. For immigration, $51.9 million over 5 years to provide oversight of immigration consultants and protect newcomers and applicants looking to obtain immigration service. For the border security, we are investing $1.18 billion to strengthen processes at the border and speed up claims and removals of failed asylum claimants. For food security, $135 million over 5 years for programs such as National School Food Program, food waste reduction, food fraud, and other community-driven projects. For small business, the Scientific Research and Experimental Development Tax Incentive Program encourages business innovation. Great news for seniors. For seniors who earn income, and now including those who are self-employed, there is a full exemption of your income up to $5,000 and a partial exemption of up to $10,000 before a reduction of GIS benefits. For protecting pensioners, the introduction of legislative amendments to better protect workplace pensions in the event of bankruptcy. For senior social engagement, an additional $100 million over 5 years for the New Horizons for Seniors program. For dementia, $50 million over 5 years. For health, and this is a personal favorite of mine, the Terry Fox Research Institute will receive $150 million over 5 years for clinical trial, ethic approvals, tumor banking, big data, training programs, and much more. For pharmacare, we are advancing responsibly towards pharmacare by 1. Creating the Canadian Drug Agency, 2. Developing a national formulary and evidence-based list of prescribed drugs, and lastly, there will be a national strategy for high-cost drugs for rare diseases. There will be more information on this in the late spring. Thank you to all of you, especially since you stayed to the end of this video. Good night.